When people talk about betrayal, they usually describe the moment it explodes. In my case, it happened quietly. At first it was just small things. A friend asking if my freelance work was really going anywhere. Someone joking that I still hadn't figured life out yet. The comments sounded casual, but they were strangely consistent. It took me months to realize where they were coming from. My brother. He had started telling people that I was struggling financially, that I couldn't keep a job, that I was living paycheck to paycheck. None of it was true. I was building a small business at the time, which meant money was tight but stable. The work was slow, but it was real. But rumors move faster than facts. My girlfriend at the time, Emily, started asking questions. At first it sounded like concern. Are you sure this business thing is working? Then the questions turned sharper. Why does your brother say you're barely getting by? I tried to explain. I even showed her my accounts once, thinking the numbers would clear everything up. But doubt had already settled in. About a month later, she stopped answering my calls. 2 weeks after that, I saw her at a cafe downtown, sitting across from my brother. When I confronted him later, he didn't even bother pretending. He shrugged. She figured things out. I remember driving to my parents' house that evening, hoping someone there would at least see how wrong it all was. Instead, my mother laughed, not cruelly, just casually. She was never going to marry a nobody like you, she said. The sentence stayed with me longer than the breakup did. I didn't argue, I didn't explain. I just stopped showing up. The next few years were quiet. No dramatic revenge plans. No grand speeches about proving people wrong. Just work. The business I'd been building slowly grew into something stable. Then something profitable. Eventually something bigger than I'd ever imagined. I moved cities. Expanded the company. Hired people. Somewhere along the way, life became comfortable. The funny thing about success is that it doesn't erase old memories. It just changes how much space they take up. 2. 5 years later, a cousin invited me to a big family reunion. At first I ignored the message. But curiosity has a strange pull. So one Saturday afternoon, I drove out to the park where everyone had gathered. The parking lot was full of familiar cars. Minivans. Old sedans. My car stood out immediately. A deep gray Aston Martin I'd bought the year before. I didn't buy it for anyone else to see. But when I parked it, I could feel the attention shift. A few cousins stopped talking. Someone pointed. As I walked toward the pavilion, conversations slowly restarted around me. Then I saw her. Emily. She was standing near the picnic tables. And the moment she recognized me, she started walking over. Quickly, faster than someone approaching an old acquaintance normally would. Hey, she said, slightly out of breath. I nodded politely. She looked different, tired in a way that had nothing to do with age. I heard you moved back recently, she said. Recently enough. Her eyes flicked briefly toward the parking lot. That your car?
Yes.
For a moment she didn't say anything. Then the words came out all at once. Things didn't really work out with your brother. I didn't ask for details. She gave them anyway. His business had collapsed. Debt piled up. The relationship had slowly unraveled under the weight of financial stress. While she spoke, a few relatives nearby started pretending not to listen. And I realized something. She added carefully. What's that? That maybe I judged you too quickly. There it was, the sentence that explained everything. I've thought about reaching out before, she said. Maybe we could start over. Talk about things. For a moment I just stood there. Not angry. Not bitter. Just aware of how strange the moment felt. 5 years earlier, I had been standing in a different place in life, trying to convince people I wasn't worthless. Now the same people were trying to convince me I wasn't. Behind her, I noticed my brother watching from across the pavilion. My mother stood beside him. Both of them quiet, waiting. Emily took a small step closer. So, what do you think? I smiled. Not the kind of smile people expect during dramatic moments. Just a calm one. Then I said the only thing that felt honest. I hope things work out for you. She blinked.
That's it. Yes.
Silence spread slowly through the group of relatives nearby, because everyone understood what that sentence meant. No anger, no insults, no second chances either. After a moment, I nodded once and walked past her toward the food tables. Behind me, conversation slowly resumed. The reunion continued like any other family gathering, but something had shifted. Not in the room, in me. Years earlier, I'd walked away because I felt small. Now I realized I'd simply walked toward a different life. And that was enough.